Alright, in this video, I'm just going to go over some of the different S-looms out there and show you, so you can see them side by side and see the differences. Alright, first of all, when purchasing an S-loom, you need to decide how much of an investment you want this to be. You can go with a wooden loom or a plastic loom. The wooden ones, you're going to be paying probably double what you would for the plastic ones. And they are quite a bit heavier, obviously, but they are made very, very well, and they are going to last. You're not going to have any problems with them. And also with the wooden ones, the only company I've found so far that makes the wooden S-looms is Cindy Wood Looms. There we go. There's our website if it'll focus. CindyWoodcrafts.com. They do three different size wood looms, and when you order them, oh, everything's going to crash. You can choose between half-inch spacing. No, this is half-inch spacing or 5/8 inch spacing, and you can also pick what color you want the pegs to be, which is really cool. Other S-looms that are out there. There is your Serenity loom. It's got, I'm not sure how big the spacing is. This is more than half-inch spacing. It's pretty good size spacing, so this is you'd want to use if you use a lot of bulky and super bulky yarn. This might be a loom for you. It's very, very lightweight too. And a little info about this loom is Hobby Lobby carried it, and you can probably still find it at some Hobby Lobbies, but it's actually being remade right now and is going to, I can't say where it's going to be sold, or I don't know the release date or anything yet, but when I do, I'll let you know. But that, there it goes, the Serenity loom, this is the sister loom. This is the original Serenity loom. This one made a lot larger panels, and this one looks to have about the I don't know if that's 5/8. That might be half-inch spacing, I'd say, for that, and this looks like 1-inch spacing. Yeah, so this is probably 1-inch spacing, this is probably half-inch spacing. So this one did very, very large panels, but people complained about this hook. Although it looked really cool, this right here and right here was so close together, it was kind of hard to navigate. This one is not being made anymore, so you might find it still, yard sales, stuff like that. Another loom is, I've heard this one you can get as a Knit UK loom, or, oh, what's the other name? London Gallery. The box I got this one in called it a Serenity loom, but it's not the same as these over here. And also, when the new Serenity loom comes out, it's going to be called the Infinity loom instead. So if you see an Infinity loom, that's what it is. Anyway, what's kind of neat about this one is that this one comes with pegs. So this one you can alternate the size of your gauge, which is really cool. Another plastic one. Problem with these types of plastic ones is the plastic, since they make them very lightweight, the plastic can be kind of brittle. So if you drop them, they can break. Now this one, I don't know. It's coming out. It's going to be made of a different material. It's supposed to be a lot better than the plastic is made out currently. And this one's a little different, which this isn't too bad. This is a pretty decent plastic, but still, plastic is plastic and it breaks very easily. And now, I saved this one for last because this one has been very, very popular lately. This is the KB Super Afghan loom. Let's see, it's a smaller gauge than most of these other ones, although the Cindy Wood loom you can get made in the same gauge, which actually will hold both of those up together so you can see the difference. And this is plastic, but even though it's plastic, this one is made extremely well. See how thick it is? Okay, and that's the small one. So this and this, hold them up side by side, would be comparable. Obvious differences. The KB has a bigger space in between here. The opening here is wider, and it has more pegs, it appears. It appears that this has a lot more pegs. But see, it's the same size as your KB looms. So if you have a bag, you already have a KB loom, and you're wanting something else with a different gauge, and you've got something that already fits your KB loom, the medium size Cindy wood loom would work for that. Here's the big one. Wow, this thing is heavy. These are made really awesome. There's not a huge opening in them, and they also come, let me find it. They come with these little doohickeys. It's a very simple concept, but all you do is you just push it where you need it and go. And that would be if you wanted to do like a hat or something where you needed it in a circular fashion. But yeah, very simple concept. And you just push it in where you need and go. It's kind of neat. Oops. Which, something like this, for these, that's awesome because the loom adjusters I make will work on, they won't work on these looms, but they will work on these looms. They'll work on the long S-shaped ones, but it won't work on the wooden ones because they're too thick. And the same thing with the KB Afghan loom. And the Cindy wood looms already come marked to use in a figure 8 fashion. I have to check and see if that will work. No. I will have to do a video and show you how to remark your Cindy looms if you want to do a rake, if you want to do a different stitch other than your figure 8. Which it's really cool because this is the Cindy looms are the only ones that I have seen that already come marked. As you can see, all of mine are marked, but I've done that myself and done videos on every single one of them. These are the only ones that I have seen that already come marked to do figure 8 stitch. Oh, and they also have this little peg here. You want to wrap your yarn around just to hold it. So, these are all the different looms. You have, if you like your super bulky and your bulky, super bulky yarn, I would go with the Serenity. Well, it'll be called the Infinity Loom when it comes out. If you like your smaller yarns, I would go with one of these because all of these are smaller gauges. And honestly, they're all awesome. Now, the Knit UK loom, that's kind of neat. The only complaint with these is that the pegs can be hard to get in. But still, it's a really cool loom. And I actually haven't even had a chance to, I got some stuck on it, had a chance to really make anything with it yet, but it's really cool, and I love the concept that you can add pegs. It's just when I was marking it, I had to take some of the pegs out because I marked it wrong, and the pegs are very, very hard to get out, so I do worry about the possibility of maybe breaking the loom when you're taking the pegs out. But if you set it up for one use and you leave it like that, then this will be a great loom. But if you're going to go through all that trouble, might as well buy, if you're wanting it the smaller gauge, you might as well buy the KB loom or the 1/2 inch spacing Cindy wood looms. You know, any of those if you're wanting a smaller gauge. Okay, so this is an overview of looms. I will see if I can figure out everywhere that you can buy these. The Cindy wood looms you can only buy online at cindywoodcrafts.com. Serenity looms, I would check Hobby Lobbies for now. I will put links when the Infinities are out and where you can purchase those. The KB Super Afghan looms, I got mine at Joann Fabrics. I don't know if Hobby Lobbies or Michaels carries them. I'm sure they do because this is a really popular one. I've seen it in all the knitting groups lately. The original Serenity loom with the little hook here, this one is no longer being sold. So if you're a loom collector and you see this out, go ahead and pick it up. A nice thing to add to your collection. The Knit UK, or what was the other? London Gallery loom, which is this one. It comes with a bag of extra pegs. I got this one from Amazon. For a plastic loom though, it's very pricey. Now if you can get it, for your plastic looms, I would say you really shouldn't spend more than like $25-30 for one of the plastic ones, because for not much more than that, you can go wooden. So, I mean, that's kind of a thing to consider as well. Alright. Okay, if I have missed any S-shaped looms, let me know. The only ones I know that I don't have are, there's 3 more. All these looms I can get in 2 different gauges. Right now, I've got 3 of the looms, and I had them do one in the 5/8 gauge, which is, that's horrible noise, right here. Got a string hooked to it. This in the 5/8, which is kind of like your standard loom gauge. And then this one is in the 1/2 inch. And this is a little, you can see it's a little smaller. So if you like to work one strand of like a 4-ply or something, I would go with this one. Well, you might want to do 2 strands of a 4-ply. Anyway, this is more for super bulkies. This is for the rest of your yarn. You might have to double it up. Oh, my arms are getting tired. And of course, you have more you can customize these a little more. You can actually have all the pegs in pink with these pegs and the neutral colors. And it's pretty neat how you can customize them. Okay, that's it. This is, I'll bring this back, an overview of S-looms. And like I said before, anybody, if I have missed an S-loom, send me a link to where I can buy them and let me know what you think of it if it's one you already got. Alright, thank you.